Okay, we are recording.
All right.
Yeah. Hiya, Tad. Do you want to know something about things?
Not like that. I
What?
demand do it over until it's perfect. You're an actor now.
Hilo, Tad. What you talking about?
Joe, where's that pen?
I got it.
Shit.
Hello, Tad.
Yeah, Joe.
Do you want to know about something?
Yeah, what is it?
Movie.
So I'm going to try something a little bit different with this episode and take it on more of an interview thing. So we're going to skip the intro music for just this one. See how it goes.
All right. So, either this one or the Chris Chan one will come out first, but whichever one. This is my cousin Joey.
Oh, hello.
He's worked on 3 movies.
I'm single. And I'm ready to mingle.
He's got some crinkles in his shirt.
Yeah, I do. I got my Cyterion shirt.
Mm-hmm. It's what's the history on that shirt? This is more important than anything else right now.
My mother bought me a Criterion shirt for Christmas, and the company she's got it from, it's not Criterion. They just put labels on shirts, and they sent out a Cyterion shirt, no R. So she sent out an email back, and then they sent her the free Criterion shirt.
So he's wearing a misspelled hashtag Criterion shirt, which
Cyterion.
is really good. I kind of wish I had one.
Well, you can get it, but they'll probably misspell it and put Criterion, and then you'll have to go ask them back for Cyterion.
Well, yeah, this is my cousin Joey. He's worked in 3 movies for Hometown Heroes. He's gonna tell me about them.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about the first one, River City Panic. When was that filmed? Or why did you want to be in it, and how did you end up in it?
River City Panic, it was a thing that Tyler he'd been like planning out for like maybe a year or so. He was filming it in like summer of 2013. And I basically I hear on the radio Tyler's looking for people to kind of help out on set. So yeah, my dad hears on the radio like, okay, but this is a feature-length film that's going to be filmed in basically my hometown, well, next to it, Ottawa. And he's looking for people to help out. So I'm like, I call him up a month later because I had his name and phone number on like a post-it for like a month, and I'm like, okay, I'll call him now.
Yeah, so you're just like, So why did you want to call? Why did you want to be part of this?
Well, I've always loved movies. I mean, ever since I was a kid, and like they're basically all I've had. Is
So,
lady cinema. I don't know any other ladies.
If you had to name one movie, what's the movie you've seen the most?
Gremlins.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it as a kid 100 times. I wore out the commercial VHS tape, like the actual bought VHS tape. I wore it out. I killed it.
See, my 2 most viewed movies are The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers and the movie Food Fight, which I've seen 15 times each.
That's not a good one.
No, Joe, you know what Food Fight is.
Yeah, I know Food
It's
Fight.
like $12.5 million, and it is the shittiest movie.
Well, the thing of it was, Food Fight had like all these big name like actors, Christopher Walken, and like basically halfway through production, somebody steals the hard drives.
Yeah, someone just totally janks the hard drives, and they've already spent all this money.
Yeah, so the animation just looks horrendous. It's like somebody made like something in Source Filmmaker, and it just goes on for an hour and a half, and it's awful.
And it's really, really good. I've seen it and then I don't know. I guess I just like The Two Towers the most, so I just watch that one a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and the Food Fight. They've got like way back in the day, they bought the likenesses to like all this food products. So it no longer makes any sense in the movie, but like sometimes you see like the little pickle like pelican like fly around, and these guys pickle.
Yep.
And like you see like Old Miss like marmalade and like Buttersworth like sloshing around with like honey.
But yeah, so Gremlins.
Yeah,
is a weird choice.
Yeah, I mean it's a very, very good movie. I mean I wouldn't fault my kid self for liking that. It's got amazing puppetry. It's got a good sense of humor and horror blended together.
Kind of like Tremors.
I'd say it's much better than Tremors.
Okay, well let's not get into this again,
Tremors
Joe.
isn't very. It's not.
Joe, let's not get back into this.
Okay. I'll spare you. Yeah. So I called Tyler and he's like, "Oh well, I mean, we're pretty much like, we're set, kind of." But you can be a PA if you want, a production assistant. So I'm like, sure. Yeah, I'll come out and help on set. So, the night they started filming, I come on, and they're filming the car crash scene. it's like the scene with all the cops, and they're trying to drive away, and they crash into this like big wooden.
That was your first night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tyler's in the room right now. We're recording this in his house.
Yeah, we just kind
he's
of
got
barged in rudely.
Yeah, he's got actual microphones and not like two shitty ones hobbled around a computer room recorded through Skype like I usually have.
I didn't want to expose Tad to my like breath, and we would have had to just sit face to face, like using the same microphone. So
yeah, I can just stare intently at him from across the room.
Now.
Soon as Tyler left the room, he immediately tried whipping his dick out. So
yeah, well, you know,
he's wild. He's damaged. This kid's crazy.
Yeah. I may have been like hit on the head with a swing set as a child. I don't know.
Maybe it was me who hit you with it.
Maybe. I've got a younger brother. He's a bastard. I don't like him. One time, whenever I was like 6, I poked him in the eyeball with a stick.
Maybe that's why he couldn't make it into the military program, you jerk.
Whatever.
He's got the vision.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got fucked up eyes. That's not my fault. I mean, I've got fucked up eyes. It's just, thanks a lot, Mom.
Anyway, you go on to the first night of filming.
Yeah, so they're crashing the car in like this big pile of wood, and like
that's what I was saying. You said the cops originally.
Oh, the makeshift cops.
Oh, they're not cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
what it is.
Yeah. They're basically like a makeshift, like freshly employed cops in the scene, kind of.
No.
Well, they're a rogue thing, like fake cops. Yeah.
So people dressed up as cops, as
not,
actors.
Not even.
Give me the damn mic, Joe.
Give me
the mic. All right. Even though I wrote the damn movie, I don't know technically. They're not cops. They're just like armed citizens. So they're like the Second Amendment bastards is what they are. Well, yeah. He says they were deputized is what he says, but he doesn't have a badge. He doesn't prove anything. Oh yeah, he's got a snowflake, but that's just Big Sean being Big Sean.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tyler.
There you go.
Okay.
I was gonna lose my shit on that boy.
Yeah. So it's Tyler kind of trying to hide his beard in Trevor, like in the car as they crash into it. That's
so retarded. The first night, it was just me in the car. Okay, just me. That was not the actual
just
cops.
slapped him.
I slap the shit out of Joe every time I see him. It was just me playing George's character, Steve, crashed 3 times into that pile of wood. That's what we did. All right. Then me and Trevor, when it was the actual cops, were dressed as the cops, and Trevor wore a wig, and he looked great.
Okay.
So what did you do on that set?
I stood around a lot for that night. I went up a hill and blocked traffic. I was like, it was me and Pavel, I believe. And like we were like, okay, we had a poster and we were like, you can't go down here. We're filming. Scoot along, mister. And I think like 3 people tried to drive down that hill like all night, maybe.
Did they have to like get the bottom and then back way up?
No. They just kind of had to turn around. It wasn't a big pain. But yeah, no, we had like what was it? Like a big old like plank of wood to block it with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no one was gonna barrel down through the scene.
Yeah. And there was like these big like floodlights, kind of like for lighting. It was amazing. It was like it was a tall light and just shining down like a beacon onto the.
And where'd you get that from?
That Tyler rented.
No.
Oh well, the lighting.
Police department.
Oh, police department.
Oh, so they just gave you guys the...
Yeah, they let us use it.
We had some lights, but we used the generator light towers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was the police department's generators.
Okay.
So that was nice of them. Yeah, so, I mean, that, basically... So they're crashing into the thing, and that was pretty much it for that night, I believe.
Okay.
All right, come sit by me, Joe.
Okay.
I'm gonna help correct you. I didn't think I was gonna talk. You got me all flustered up.
Okay, all right.
So that was the end of day 1 or night 1, technically.
Yeah. Night 1. Was there anything beforehand that you guys shot during that day, or not really?
No. Okay. No, actually, that's not true. We did some establishing shots.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just made it during the night because my mother had to drive me over.
Now, say there was some low intelligence idiot who didn't know what an establishing shot was. How would you explain that to one of those foolish people?
An establishing shot establishes a person or location or item. Really, it's more just like locations. So like
He keeps looking at Joe.
at the beginning of River City Panic, you see a montage of the town, and that was basically all just establishing shots. We're establishing it's a small town, it's quaint, it's quiet. There's a lot of weird old people there, and Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Every time I see a top hat, I jerk off.
Okay, you gonna continue?
Oh, well, yeah. I just like dead air.
He was looking at me.
Yeah. Like, oh, I see a top hat in your pocket, mister. Yeah. It's Illinois. There's nothing wrong with Cousin Love.
So in Ottawa, not Marseilles.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
shots fired. Pow,
Yeah,
pow.
yeah. Oh, there was like a big joke in the movie where that night where he's like, "I'm not from Ottawa, well, I'm from Streator," and it always got like a big laugh in the theater, even though it wasn't even a joke. Yeah.
All right, so that was first day. How'd the rest of it go?
So that night, my mother picked me up at like 4 a.m. and drove me back to my house. I didn't stay at the shelter too much for the first film. There's a homeless shelter in town called Pads that lets us sleep over there because they're closed during the summer. So, I mean, like, yeah, we can pretty much just crash there and after a night of filming. Because we don't get done normally until at least 3, 4 a.m. Sometimes it goes on until 6 or 7.
Mhm.
Just pretty much whenever the sun comes up, we got to stop. Because, I mean, that's
Can't
supposed to be
film any
filming
more
during the
night
night.
scenes.
Yeah. So let's see some good River City Panic stuff. I think the next day, they were filming at Family Video. And then they needed a couple people to go to Washington Park and dig a 6-foot grave for Lincoln's body.
That they're gonna kick you into.
Yeah. So that was me, Zach Shaw, and Sean Urbanek, and I think Pavel.
Mhm.
And none of us had gloves. So, like an hour in, like all of our hands are just blistered and getting progressively more blistered. But we still had to keep digging the hole because you gotta have like a nice hole.
They were whipping you.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we pretty much just took turns with like a shovel and like a pickaxe. Like a nice, yeah. We were just like.
Where the hell
slamming
did you
it
get a
into the dirt.
pickaxe from?
Somebody had it.
And they just let you dig a 6x6 grave in the middle of this
Oh
city park?
yeah. Yeah, it was like a nice public park. You just have a nice hole. We roped it off. I mean, and then a night or two later, we filmed the scene and dug it, like kind of put dirt back into it, put some like grass seed on top, and yeah, it's fine to this day. I think. I mean, it's had 2 years to grow, so I would hope it's fine. I don't think just my skin making contact with it like put so much salt into the earth that grass can never grow again.
Life can't survive on that.
No. It's basically like if you take like a like pile of table salt and dump it into your yard. If my skin touches a plant.
Or a vegetable.
Oh, I don't like vegetables. I call them disgusting ground piss food.
That's where you only eat chicken.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let me think. What was the next night? It was. I don't know dates or times. I'm just gonna go over a series of events that happened.
Mm-hmm.
We got to film in this local restaurant called Mr. J's. It's like a big like robbery scene in there. Like we like everybody who wasn't like in the building pretty much just like waited outside on the concrete for like 5 hours. Yeah. No, I mean there's a lot of waiting around in film. I mean that's just the thing of it because if you're not needed, you just gotta wait on set, and like it takes like half an hour to set up lights. On this one, it was taking like a lot longer because like it was a professional lighting crew, so they took their sweet time to set up anything.
So you guys had someone else doing the lighting then, and it wasn't so like various.
No.
people?
The actors were all local, and like all of the just kind of crew hand people, like PAs and like drivers and stuff like that. That was all just like local people who volunteered. But the lighting, it was like a company that he kind of hired, and it was a group of them that came from that place. Yeah. And like the cinematographer and stuff.
That's good.
Well, no, it ended up being kind of bad. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a thing where basically, like, every time he'd want to do shots and stuff, they'd say, like, oh, no, well, we don't know how to do this. Like, we can't do this because they didn't know how to make it look pretty.
So what was the point of paying them?
Well, yeah, that was a thing. There wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, because save
There's your
$10,000
Kickstarter
there.
money.
Yeah. Yeah, and they basically just wanted to film stuff for their reels, which is why every single shot in the movie looks like Tyler says it's like a Scooby-Doo formation. It's like all the lead actors in like a line, like either looking at something or like doing dialogue or whatever. But most of the time they're just standing somewhere in like a formation. No, there was originally going to be like a lot more different like jokes and like set piece stuff and prop stuff and kind of action-y stuff and stuff like that. But no, it just all ended up getting cut out. Yeah, I mean, which is why River City Panic it's a 64-minute movie.
61.
Oh, 61.
Well, 64 including credits.
64 including credits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if you can pick him up on the mic or not. He's
Probably.
playing Warcraft 3.
The audio would just be covered with Warcraft noises.
Oh yeah, some goblins going like.
That's
your
not.
sword.
That's not what the sound goblins make, Joey.
Oh, they go.
No, they're like real greedy and
The
they got
ring.
nasally voices.
Yeah, give me the gold. Give me the gold. Oh, I see you got gold boots. Give me them.
Okay,
I'll-
Joey. What else
I'll
happened
jerk
on
you
this
off.
set? What else did you do on this set?
Let's see.
Fucking smack this microphone.
Yeah. Let's see. We built. I helped build 2 parade floats. They were kind of getting done, but you know,
And then you took
if you
up
give
the
me
mantle.
a hammer, it's not gonna look great. So
They didn't give you any tools. They couldn't trust you. You had to put in the hammer just by pressing really hard with your thumb.
Yeah, and I can do that because
Put
they
in the nails.
basically they say I'm like the Hulk of filmmaking. I'm always running around. I'm really big. I knock things over, but I've got a heart of gold.
How many things did you break on the set of River City Panic?
River City Panic, I was much more careful, so I don't think I broke anything. Yeah.
He was killful on the other ones. I'm sure. How many? All right. Quick overview. How many things did you break
In total, let's see.
across all 3 movies?
I broke a table, an entire table, like a kitchen.
Doing your wrestling moves.
No. No. I just tried to lean up on it, and I broke it. I put a hole in the wall at Onet.
A
Because-
church.
Yeah, it's like arcade here in town, Onet Gaming, and like they have a basement where we were kind of like setting up. We had the studio, yeah, we had the office set up in there, and I was just practicing, like, look how fast I'm going to run in the movie, and I do it, and I forgot to stop, and I put a big Joe hole in the wall.
A Joe hole, a.k.a. a Joel.
Yeah, it like basically my shoulder just like, and the drywall just gave way.
What if
and
you
it was
hit like a
awful.
fucking load-bearing, what's the name? Piece of wood, and the whole fucking church went down.
It could have. I mean, but luckily, like Kyle was there in the meeting, so like, he's just like
He
I'm
did
looking
this
over
in a
horrified.
meeting.
Yeah. Well,
Just hey, bro, look how fast I can run.
Yeah.
You fucking shoulder check the wall,
yeah. No, I'm not very professional.
and you were invited back after that.
Yeah. No, they luckily invited me back. I broke 2 chairs in. No, I broke 3 chairs in Onet. They're these really flimsy red chairs. 2 of them because I was standing on top of the chairs trying to get better camera angles, and 1 of them just because I sat down and it bent. Let's see. I broke one of Nick's prop guns, but luckily he was able to put that back together really fast.
Prop guns, like
Yeah, just a little BB airsoft.
okay. I
Pistol.
thought you meant like a prop gun, like a hot glue gun or something.
Oh, no. Oh, I did eat some of his glue out of his hot glue gun.
What?
Just the end of it. I chewed it for a laugh.
Was it worth it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so all right. So Grease's Room was the second movie you were in, and you had an
Yeah.
you had an acting role in this.
Oh, I got a couple more River State Panic stories, though.
All right, belt them out real fast.
Okay.
Well, blam, blam, blam.
So with the parade floats scene, like basically it's like a thing where they're going down the school driveway kind of thing, like you know that road next to the Ottawa High School.
Yeah.
And we had like a big truck full of equipment, so I just kind of had to like sit there and guard it for 5.5 hours. Yeah,
Make sure no undesirables, deplorables ran up there and janked any tools.
Yeah, so like every once in a while I'd see him like passing down on the parade float, and like Tyler or like somebody involved would like wave at me and I'd wave back, and like it would be like another hour of sitting. And then whenever we filmed the big crowd scene for the conclusion of the movie, it was like let me think. Oh, Joey Urso, he's got like a gun in that scene, But like for the next like 2 or 3 days of filming, he would just like walk around with the gun like he was Rambo. Because his character had it. So I mean, you can just wave it around.
He pointed it threateningly at other people.
He liked to play with it. Yeah. Oh, and then one of the actors actually he got like a minor concussion because at the scene where like you know the guy in the yellow trench coat,
No, I don't remember.
the kind of short guy.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Yeah. Well, it's him. Like they try to lift him into the ice cream truck, and then his head like bumped against the freezer. And
Oh,
he got like
okay.
a mild concussion from that.
I remember.
So he was originally going to be involved with the movie like a bit more, but he was kind of like zoned out after that, so he couldn't really be in like many scenes or he couldn't like run his stuff. So like that scene where like he's like walking up to that chick and like accusing her of like taking videos of him on their phone. Originally he was gonna like bolt up there and start yelling at her, but instead he just kind of walks up there because he had the concussion. Yeah,
It's not a movie unless someone's got some kind of brain injury.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, on Day of the Dead, like, George Romero, he, like, took, like, a big hammer and just started beating Tom Savini around the face because he didn't, like, have the blood bucket set up fast enough.
That's why it looks all fucked up now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why
a
he
little
doesn't
bit of-
like his that's why every single convention, he's always just yelling at people.
I saw Vern Troyer at Comic-Con once. And he had
Oh.
a little scooter,
Oh, okay.
and he was being real rude.
Well, whatever. I mean, they're old men. They can be rude if they want.
Oh, is he old? He's short.
Tom Savini's oldish. He's, like, 60, 70.
But Grace's Room, you had an acting role. You were
Yes.
what were you?
I was a sacrificial lamb for a goat.
And how did you become this sacrificial lamb for a goat?
The lady who was going to be sacrificed bailed out on the day of because she could not find black pants. Yeah.
So she just didn't want to do it, but didn't want to
yeah,
say it.
Yeah, no, she didn't want to do it. So we're over at Chris Baker's house, like the producer. We always have like, since he got involved, we have like a party like to kind of celebrate the starting of filming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that, and then we were going to get like that VHS tape scene of the sacrifice at that place. It's nice and dark. We've got the stuff set up in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's got his blood bucket. It's going great. So they're like, "Oh, hey Joe, this lady like bailed out on us. Can you do this sacrifice scene?" And I'm like, I guess, because I didn't really want to be filmed. They offered me a cameo like thing in River City Panic where I would just like run through the store like stealing stuff, like during the panic scene in the store. But I didn't want to do that, and so now I just stayed in the background, like behind like a shelving unit.
Away from the camera where
Yeah.
where you should be.
Yeah, exactly. But nope, now I'm right in front of it. Kind of like a big salamander. Like, you know those close-up scenes of a praying mantis? That's
It's
kind of what I
It's
am.
got like 4 jaws.
Yeah. He's just, like, sucking his mandibles and, like, clicking his, like, little fingers.
I don't know if you can call them fingers.
Well, yeah, claws.
They're like scythes.
Yeah, pretty much. So I get all dressed in that. I had, like, a t-shirt that was much too tight for my body. And like a black t-shirt under that, and what they did was they slit the t-shirt, put like a bag of blood and organs in a plastic bag, and then what I do is I like scoop it up so it dumps out the middle.
Oh,
Like dumps out the top, kind of.
okay. I was wondering how you guys did it, because I know
Yeah.
you mentioned something about the bucket of blood and getting the goat to drink it.
Yeah. Well, that was a problem though. That goat wasn't very cooperative. It would not drink the blood.
Where'd you get the goat?
It was a family who had a goat. Well, originally, like the
A
goat
goat
was,
with aspirations.
Yeah, the goat was supposed to be white, right, Tyler? Black.
Nick wanted a goat, a white goat, and before we had it totally confirmed, he decided to make it. So that's like 60% him, 40%. I could have tried harder to get verification quicker, and so. But anyways, it ended up being, I don't remember what it was, black or whatever.
Because the goat was related. Was it related to the puppet goat? I think it was, or was it just a goat that was eating?
It was
Joey's
technically
organs?
supposed to be that same goat. So the idea being that you feed the goat humans, and eventually it gives birth to a demon, and the goat rips open and the demon gets born, and well, then technically a woman gave birth to the goat, so it's all sorts of fucked up.
So
Joey's getting excited. He started getting sweaty.
I've seen a video of that on the internet.
Hoo boy.
Mm-hmm. Japanese.
So, were there any other memorable trials during the filming of Grace's Room?
With that, okay, so I get like all nice and bloody, and the goat won't eat the blood. It's just like eating. We put corn in the blood so it would eat it, but nope, that nasty goat won't eat it.
Want to go for that corn?
No, so then I use a shower over in Chris Baker's basement because I'm not trusting upstairs. But then I was washing my hands of all the blood, but then I think I forgot to wash out the sink. So Chris Baker, if I accidentally left a bunch of blood in your sink, I'm sorry. I can't remember if I did or not. So Grace's Room, it was a thing where. So most of the movie takes place in this single house. It's Billy. She's house sitting for her cousins, and that's how she finds out about Grace being involved with this cult. And you know.
Yeah.
So like basically, it was Miss Pfeffer's house. Lauren Pfeffer was a chick involved with the movie. She did like some costuming stuff. No, Tyler nodded no.
He shook his head. He did not know.
She very unwillingly made the prototype for the cult outfits, or I don't know what you call it, the original one. And then we had to pass it on to somebody else and pay them to do it, and paid them way too much to fucking do it because they fucked it up.
Because aren't the cult? It's like a blanket.
It's blue shirts. It's blue shirts and like it's a tablecloth or not I don't know what you would call it. It's like a white little.
It's fabric, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fabric. It's actual fabric, so it's real stuff. It's sewn together. It looks like I think it's technically like a Civil War uniform or something like that. Was what the model type was or whatever. But she made them out of like 4 different fucking colors because she's a fucking retard. this woman who will not be named, the woman we paid to do it. And then they were all supposed to have different types of stripes, black stripes across them. And she just gave me a bunch of loose fucking fabric to like tie on them. Dumb bitch. I was going to say the C word.
Yeah, good. I'll say it. Like, I'll finger her cunt. Okay.
She nasty.
Yeah, she's
That's
probably
what you
fat,
tried to
and
say.
She's got like sewing needles for fingers. She's like
She's
Freddy
like
Krueger,
Edward
but, like,
Scissorhands.
she's really bitchy. Yeah, so the Lauren Pfeffer, she was involved with it. So like her mom, she's kind of an elderly woman. In months and months before filming takes place, she's like, "Oh, you can use my house." And so Tyler goes over it with her, like, okay, there's going to be blood, there's going to be flaming cop cars, there's going to be dead goats, there's going to be dead people running all amok the house, there's going to be broken glass, there's going to be all sorts of nonsense going on in the house. She's like, oh, okay. And then, like, a little bit before filming, she starts, like, getting nervous about it, but it's like, well, everything's already done, the papers are signed. We've like booked you a hotel room that you can go staying during filming, so you don't even have to be around all this nonsense for like 5 nights. And that was wasted because she did not care to go to the hotel room.
Yeah.
Let me think. Right before filming started, Tyler sent like me, maybe Pavel, and a couple other people on a mission to go like buy her like a present. So we got her like some wine, like fancy old lady chocolates. And yeah, she just kind of like set them down like on the table and did not touch them.
Did you eventually eat them, Joey?
No. I like chocolate.
It's okay.
Though.
We're all friends here.
Nope, I didn't get a one. Although I did get in trouble the first day of filming.
What'd you do?
So Alex. No. I already said his name. He had a very nice copy of Mad Max, and we watched it on the 4K TV.
Oh, no.
And she did not like that we were upstairs watching TV.
On her TV?
Yeah. She didn't like that.
Oh.
She wanted us in the basement where we belong, the filthy, like, film rats. Yeah. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. It was,
she had a 4K TV. I'd watch the shit out of it.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a nice TV. So we're in the mix of it. We've got stuff all set up downstairs, like lighting stuff. We're doing some scenes down there. We're doing some scenes up there. And there's like 35 people on set at any given time. And some of them weren't really necessary.
Yeah, and even if it's a big house, that's 35 people. That's a
Yeah.
party.
So, well, no, you don't want old lady Pfeffer to hear you talking.
Did she keep calling it a party, I'm assuming?
No,
Just
no.
a bunch of rambunctious children running around her house?
Yeah. Okay, so she's got 3 dogs.
Oh, my God.
2 of the dogs are okay. They're dogs. I mean, you know, they bark, they kind of run around. Okay, but that's fine. You can kind of keep them quiet. The 3rd dog had a bunch of lumps all over its body. It had cancer,
Oh.
and it would wildly snap at you sometimes. So it would just try to randomly bite people. And it just ran. Oh, it was a bad dog.
What did you guys do? Did you have to put them in, like, the outside kennel? What if they were barking during, like, scenes?
Then, for a while, sometimes she'd take the dogs, like, on, like, she'd just kind of, like, roam the hallways with the dogs. Sometimes she'd, like, go outside with the dogs. Sometimes we had the dogs in, like, a room, like her, what was it?
Her dog room.
Hair room.
Hair room?
No, she's, like, a hairdresser, kind of.
Okay.
Because it's in the movie, that scene where they're all getting their hair did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was an actual part of the house. It wasn't a different location. It was in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so we overheard her saying to, like, the dog, the biting dog, like, she was like, I hope you bite one of them. Yeah. So, like, a couple days in there, it's, like, intense. Like, she doesn't want people touching her walls. Like, she thinks we're rubbing our hands all over her walls.
Were they freshly painted?
Oh, no.
Were you leaving jam on the walls?
No.
You just touched them.
Yeah.
Walls are made to be touched.
No. Do not touch my walls, young children. That's where I keep the souls. Yeah, so, I mean, filming in there was like a headache. It was just really hard to get stuff done. Like, yeah, you sometimes, like, takes were ruined by dogs, like, barking or running through the shot.
Because I imagine she wouldn't be very happy for, like, hey, can we please put the dogs away so we can film this?
No.
So that was Grace's room. And then the
I
new
still
one.
got more stuff with that.
Oh, Jesus.
What, do you not want it to go that long?
No, I assumed you were done.
No, it's just beginning.
Hoo boy.
Yeah, so,
my
5 days of
catchphrase.
that. We get out of her house. And then, let's see, we film at night at the carnival, which was very fun. We did that for, like, hey, don't you eat that. That's not a microphone, that's not a bag of chips. I'm watching you.
Joe, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
I know.
It's supposed to be watching you.
I know. It's awful. So we get to film, like, from, like, 10 p.m. to, like, 4 a.m. at the carnival. Because Riverfest is a big thing around here. It's, like, a big old carnival and, like...
A bunch of local people go down to the
fondue.
river and get drunk.
Yeah, funnel cakes, the whole 9 yards.
Light off fireworks in inappropriate places.
Yeah, well, that was the next film. Yeah. So there's, like, a big slide, and, like, a drunken person stumbles up, and he's like, hey, can I go down the big slide at, like, 3 a.m.? And you're like, no, it's not ours. And he's like, ooh.
Did he throw up?
No. I mean, he passed the corner without throwing up, so I assume maybe he threw up over there, or maybe he made it home. Maybe he just slept in a ditch.
Maybe he drove.
Oh, he probably did. His car he had to park way down because there wasn't parking spaces. Yeah. Oh, on River City Panic, the police officers who were on set with us arrested 2 drunk ladies. Well, drunk driving.
Ah.
Yep, because they, like, barreled through the shot, and then they were like, well, we're going to pull it over because they shouldn't be, like, speeding like that, and then... Yeah, no, they were both drunk.
Sounds great.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, you'd think if you were, like, intoxicated and driving, you'd want to avoid, like, the 50 people and police officers and big lights, like, over there. You'd just, like, take the next turn. But no, you gotta go through it. Yeah, so, let's see. We had to film a whole bunch of stuff. The Grace death, which is interesting because the body of Grace, it's like a bunch of plastic and cardboard full of blood. Yeah, so that's how you see it for, like, half a second falling off of the slide. Oh, and the newspaper, like they printed that there was, hey, we're gonna have, like, 100-foot Ferris wheel, and they're gonna toss a body off of that, so come on down and watch. And no, there hasn't been a Ferris wheel because the thing almost collapsed and killed a bunch of people, like, a couple of years ago, so they're never going to have that back.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah. And then we don't want a bunch of people watching anyway, because fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, I played the quarter game. I spent like $70 maybe in the quarter game.
70?
Yeah, because I was trying to win like little little keychains for everybody.
That's 280 quarters, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not great at the quarter game, but eventually I just like went over and said like, "Hey, look, I need like 8 more keychains. Can I have them?" And he was like, "Sure." Yeah.
You could just walk in like, "Hey, I got $70. Could you give me a fistful of keychains?"
Yeah.
And he just starts throwing them at you.
But yeah, no, I spent enough to give like everybody on set like a little like souvenir keychain.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, all of the actors and actresses from Grace's Room were really, really nice. Yeah.
So that's Grace's Room. Let's move on to the new one that's not out yet. Currently in
Butcher
production.
the Bakers.
Yeah, post-production, whatever it's currently at.
Yeah. Okay, so by this time, like I'm kind of like more involved with the group. For River City Panic, I was just like an outsider coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And for Grace's Room, they invited me back to help out again, and I kind of made like a lot of friends on set. So I was involved with like a lot of the pre-meeting stuff for Butcher the Bakers, and also I'm gonna be a character in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, Tyler and his cousin Virginia Campbell, they wrote 3 different scripts, 2 or 3 months, and then we like read them all off in groups and voted on which ones we liked better. One was going to be a direct sequel to Grace's Room.
Grace's Room 2, She's Back. Right?
It was weird. I don't want to spoil it in case they want
Grace's
to do
Room 2, Grace Harder.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah. Make sure that you see Grace in Grace is Pace, the walking film. She's pacing around. She's walking.
It's actually a video game. It's just a walking simulator.
Yeah, well, I like them. I'll play it. Ooh, give me Proteus any day. Yeah. And one was like a meta film about like the group of people filmmaking, and something goes wrong, and things happen. But I don't want to spoil that one in case he wants to make it someday.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one was a thing called Ill, and it was about this rogue Grim Reaper that got fired, and he's going to kill this group of people. And they have a thing called like a king's feast, or they eat a whole bunch of food. But the food, like the death, poisons the food. So like the second half of the movie is just them all vomiting and shitting all over the house. And it was going to be a slasher film where everyone has explosive vomit and diarrhea. And the death also has explosive vomit and diarrhea because he forgets and eats some of the food. So it's just them like shuffling around the floor, like shitting and like trying to slowly get away from the killer.
Did you ask Miss Pfeffer if you could record that in the house again?
Yes. Well, we decided like just she'll love it. Just shit like all over a chandelier.
Yeah, you didn't contact her. You just filmed it.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Or at least that was the plan.
Yeah. So we filmed like a teaser for that never saw the light of day, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then he decided like, I'm not really feeling it. And him and Virginia decided to rewrite Ill into Drag, which then became Butcher the Bakers, which is a film now.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, Butcher the Bakers, it was really, really interesting to film. It's definitely going to be the best of the 3.
Yeah, and it was filmed over 9 days. Very short time.
Well,
and then pickup days to do whatever other stuff.
It was like pretty much like 10 days for the principal shoot. Like about a month later, we did a Kickstarter and raised another $2,500 or so to do 3 more days of shots we really needed to get. And then also just recently we rented $80 worth of lenses and just filmed some shots of like the town and buildings and stuff, just some pickup like exterior shots. So yeah, just real little stuff. So yeah, so far like 14 days of filming, which is very, very, very short for a film. River City Panic was like about 9.5 days. Grace's Room was filmed in 9 days. So yeah, I mean, these films are filmed extremely cheaply, very quickly, but there's like a lot of love put into it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, everybody's like gotten like a lot like better about like the actual filming part of it, and yeah, the budgets are just going way down because Tyler spent like $30,000 on River City Panic. like all the lighting and stuff. Grace's room was like about 20,000, and so far Butcher is like about 14,000.
So that's like a half.
Yeah, pretty much. Cut it down to half. Yeah. Tyler, do you want me to talk about the next thing?
I mean, yeah, it's really.
Okay. Well, like,
Ooh, is this brand new information,
Oh, yeah,
hot off the
yeah.
presses, and the Let Me Tell You About podcast?
Yeah, some brand new information. And
Ooh, now I'm sweating.
yeah. Really, really tentatively, he wants to do a wrestling documentary on the real cheap, because, Mason Beck, he's a wrestler, and he plays Drag in this film.
I heard he yelled at you on set.
Well, I mean, there's two sides to that story. I'll tell you about it whenever we get there.
Two sides of the Chris Chan
No,
story.
he did yell at me, but some people think erroneously.
Okay,
Such
we'll
as
get
I.
to that. We'll get to that in
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah, we'll get
but
to it. But he's like a really nice guy, and he's big. He's gotta be 6'10", 6'5", I don't know. Yeah. And he puts like baby oil in his hair, and it's just like all like
all strandy.
yeah, like all wet like all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he wants to kind of be the face of that one, and Tyler will come in and direct it, and yeah, it'll
Kinda
be
like,
something real cheap.
Kind of like that movie, The Wrestler.
Well, kind of, but it won't be like extremely depressing and very expensive.
The best. What am I trying to think of, Joe?
Kind of like a Fubar in American movie.
Well, the best
Comparison?
The best comparison, thank you, would be American. No, not American. Drop Dead Gorgeous, which is a mockumentary about like beauty pageants. It was made in the late '90s, I think, and it's a great fucking movie. Even though it's about beauty pageants, it's great because it's about all these girls dying during this pageant, and they'll be like, "Oh, who fucking killed them?" But anyways, it's very similar in tone to that, but about an up-and-coming wrestler and nobody who challenges him and steals the spotlight.
Cool, thank you, Tyler. And you can check out more at Facebook Hometown Hero Productions and hometownhero.com at 99cent Movies.
Yeah, that's the other podcast that Joe's on.
Yeah. I'm on two podcasts.
It's
Most people
it's
can't
Joe's
say that.
podcast, and they preface it with some indie
Boring
movie talk.
film stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, it's under $1, more than a dime. It's I don't know. I half pay attention to it.
Yeah. Oh, who listens to that nonsense? They just skip ahead to the cum talk.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll save the cum talk because there is some
You
important
gotta
cum
edge
talk
it.
leading.
You gotta edge it for another hour.
Oh yeah.
What else happened on the scene on the film?
Okay, so pre-production, I accidentally, so I get my camera at Christmas. So right after Christmas, basically, I've been filming like all of the meetings and stuff, all of the readings of the scripts, like everything, basically. So I've got like 100 hours of footage, pretty much, of like all of this going on. So I mean, hopefully I can edit it into something watchable, but I don't know if that'll happen. I mean, hopefully, but I gotta practice editing because I know almost nothing about editing.
You get Windows Movie Maker, I'm sure,
Yes, I do, but that's not suitable
because we
for
filmed that short horror movie thing for
anything. Yes,
Onet.
that never got done.
Yeah, that thing that I helped film by standing outside the door and doing nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's half of filmmaking right there. That's fine.
I think I cleaned up afterwards, half-assedly.
Yeah. The problem with that was I filmed like a little short horror promo for an advertisement for Onet, right? That's what it was going to be, and like I wanted to surprise him with it for Midwest Gaming Convention, but that never happened. Like, there were major problems with it because, like, basically, it's like a weird meta thing where a character's watching something happening on like his computer, and we filmed the computer stuff first and then the other stuff the next day. So I wanted to have the computer stuff edited in time for the next day, but the footage won't even play on my computer because I've got a crappy laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like him staring at like a malfunctioning screen. And also I didn't get all the shots I needed, and also the acting wasn't that great from me and Nick. So that's not happening ever.
Yeah, and I just stayed outside the door, and I think I played Pokemon X.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't hear any sound coming from it, so that's fine. It's 3/4 of filmmaking right there. I played a whole bunch of roguelikes on my cell phone during Grace's room. I played. Yeah, it was the Pixel Dungeon I played. That was nice. Nice old roguelike.
So, back to Butcher the Bakers.
Butcher the Bakers. So, first day on set of there, we sat up at the homeless shelter. We have a party over at Chris's house again. People jumping into the pool, getting wet and wild. Nice.
Wet and wild filmmaking.
I will not take my shirt off except for whenever I did, which will come later. So what was the first shot we did? Do you remember, Tyler? It's a blur.
Because I mean, all the filming was done.
Oh, that's right. So we're over at Chris Baker's house. It's basically we're in the attic, and it's like 20 people up there with lights.
Oh
no
man,
air.
I bet that was comfortable.
Oh, it was. Yeah, absolutely no air, because the air interferes with the sound. So whenever you're filming something, you cannot have air conditioning going on. And the studio lights, they were like 130 degrees by themselves, and they're slowly heating up over time. So yeah, that place was a sweat box. And we had like 4 young actresses up there for probably 3-4 hours. More than that. 6 or 7 hours.
Jesus.
So that was not a fun night to kick it off with. Yeah, but we got the shots we needed. So that's really all you can say in indie filmmaking. Like, it may not have been fun to do, but we got all the shots we needed. Yeah. It's so like new in my memory, but it's all blurred together. Because for that one, for River City Panic, I was just a PA, so I moved stuff whenever they told me to. I did a tiny bit of lighting stuff.
And you'd guard.
Yeah, I'd guard the equipment truck. I'd dig holes. For Grace's room, I did that little sacrifice scene thing. I was also a PA, so basically just kind of helping set stuff up, take stuff down, whatever they needed done. Excuse me, folks. What was I? Yeah, Grace's room, I just moved stuff, pick it back up, set it back down. I accidentally, it was really bad. There was a gun bag that they put all the guns in.
Prop guns?
Yeah, prop guns.
Okay.
On River City Panic, there were a couple of real guns that were basically... Well, no, they were shells of real guns.
Okay.
So...
They were real guns.
Oh, they were?
They were straight real guns, yeah.
And you let Joe guard those?
I don't remember that. Well, Joe was normal back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I probably guarded the guns for like 30 minutes. That was about it. I was not allowed to like.
You just had a pile of guns. Now I understand why you had police officers on set the entire time.
Yeah. Whenever the guns came out, the police officers were there for River City Panic. Yeah. But Grace's room, we just had mostly plastic guns, like a couple metal gutted ones. Yeah, so it was like the bag they go in. So Tyler kind of came up to me and he was like, "Here, can you put this garbage bag in this bag?" In this gun bag. So I was like, okay, sure. And that I didn't realize at the time, but that was to make it like give it weight and kind of like make it look like it was full. But I put it next to the garbage bags. So like a couple hours go by and they were like, "Oh, where's the prop gun bag?" And I was like, "Oh, I put it next to the garbage bags because it was full of garbage." So they had thrown it out, so they had to go back and find the gun bags.
So you had to go in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to go, or did you just watch and laugh as other people did it?
It was like I didn't know what was happening at that point. So yeah, I think somebody else found it. Yeah. Oh, and then let me think. We accidentally lost the shelter keys on Grace's room for a little bit.
That is an issue.
Yeah, it is because it's a major trust thing that they're like letting us use the shelter for like a week and a half.
If you lose a shelter key,
Yeah. Well, we accidentally did permanently on Butcher. Yeah, we didn't find them again.
Oh, you guys done fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, but Yeah, I see what's happening. So it was like they thought that I had lost the keys on Grace's room.
They wouldn't let me near keys.
No. Well, I did have the keys for a tiny bit, but I had the keys for half a minute. I was going to go give them to Andrew Baker. And then Rebecca Wilkinson, she caught me, and she was like, "Hey, "What are you doing with those keys, monkey boy?"
And then you gave her the keys.
Yeah, and I gave her the keys. So hours and hours went by, and they were like, "Oh, Joe Buck, he had the keys. I saw him at one point." But yeah, no, they were just they were outside in the grass, I think, somewhere, and we were like taking floodlights to go look for them. So yeah, eventually we found them.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely. So Butcher the Bakers. Let's see, what's another good story from there?
Did you break anything major on this one?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you break?
I broke an entire end table. It's like
You're just breaking tables and chairs.
Yeah, it was like $140 that Tyler had to pay the guy.
What?
He didn't have to pay the guy, but he wanted to because he let us film in his house, and yeah, I broke it.
When you break somebody else's property, Joe, you pay for it.
Well, yeah.
How nice was this $140 table?
It was a nice table. It was like a nice, fancy end table.
And how'd you break it?
Put your big dumb gorilla hands on it.
Yeah, I was like, here, I'll demonstrate for you. I was like on my knees like this, and I go to lean to get myself up off the ground, like on the end table, and it broke.
That sounds like a shitty table then.
Yeah.
Can't support the weight of a Joe Buck.
Yeah. It's like, oh, come on, every table should be able to hold one baby rhinoceros. But originally, I thought it snapped down like that, so I was like, oh, I think it goes like that. And I held my hands up like, oh, I'm not stealing anything, look. But no, it was broken.
What you should have done is you should have kept pressing down on it.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, so I broke that on set. I don't think I really broke anything else. On Grace's room, I accidentally broke a light bulb, but it wasn't like a really good filming light bulb. It was just like a little light bulb.
So what was your role in Butcher the Bakers?
In Butcher the Bakers, I was the documentarian. So I basically walked around set with a camera all 9 days and just filmed people doing things. And we got some little tiny like interview snippets, but not much. So we're gonna do some interviews over here.
Mm-hmm.
I got some good like drama on set, some good laughs on set. So, yeah.
I heard that you gave a speech.
Yeah, I gave a couple speeches because Tyler was feeling like real down like one night because we almost weren't able to film at the cabin. The lighting was all messed up. We weren't able to get enough light, and it's basically like lighting the woods. So somebody came up with the idea to use the floodlights on the van to light the area, and we were able to move stuff around and film in that area without looking bad, which is good.
I've got the actually the audio file that they had on the other podcast.
Oh.
I don't know if either of you have the unpodcasted one. You got that raw Joe Buck audio.
It's gotta be somewhere. I think I'm gonna get it for the documentary. Trevor's got it for sure. It's gotta be somewhere. Do you have it? Do you have the video of me like giving the speech, the actual video? Yeah, no. So yeah, that's gotta be out there, and I gotta grab some stuff for the documentary. I just gotta get files from people, pretty much.
What did you play in the movie? As much as you can talk about.
So I'm basically kind of this. Well, the trailer says an undead sociopath, which is pretty accurate. Soul. Yeah, I'm kind of like a lost soul that comes out of drag.
Like a lost soul in the literal sense.
Yeah,
you come out of drag. Oh, you're made from a part of drag, but the soul comes from somebody else.
Yeah, so nobody knows really what I am.
Did anyone make the obvious pun of someone being in drag?
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's no real inside jokes in the movie about drag, other than there might be a character who is a man dressed in drag, but he's literally playing a woman, not like, oh, I'm a man in drag.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Whenever I was filming him, I was walking backwards, not looking where I was going, and filming him. So I topple over on the sidewalk, but I save the camera I'm holding. And then it's taping while I'm doing it. And also somebody was filming me walking backwards, and they catch me falling backwards and just, like, slapping down like a big gorilla.
Number one rule of filming, you gotta protect the camera. So
yeah, definitely. I don't care about me, but I held the camera outright, so it was fine. I just
like
got a little bit
time
scraped
that
up.
I was babysitting. Tim, don't listen to this. I was babysitting my nephew, and I took him to the park, and he fell, and I did like a stealth roll and like ran underneath him to catch him.
Oh, okay.
I ended up bashing my head on the playground like metal.
Ooh,
they had metal there.
Yeah. Ugh, gross. The salad fingers like stroking around there, like getting the rust all over salad fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how would you say? How do you feel about when you been on all these movie sets, filming, acting, paving the way for your big Broadway shows?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been fun. I mean if I definitely want to just keep working with these guys like for as long as they keep making things. So right now we've got set up in Tyler's house, and he's got a green screen set up, and he's got cameras set up, and we've been filming promos for like the last week or two.
Oh, that's where it is.
Yeah, for just like different locations that last filmed there and stuff like that. Like Brian Hartnett, he does like a lot of art. He did like a bunch of art for Grace's Room and a bunch of the Bakers. So we did like a couple promos for his stuff. And yeah, so yeah, I don't really know. Like, there's a couple plans in the works of stuff that we might do later on, and yeah, I definitely want to be involved with those.
All right, so it sounds like it was a good time.
Oh yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, going back to my character though. At first, like, I'm kind of a mixture between like monotone boy and like a new baby, but then it takes a very, very weird turn. And I don't want to give away anything else.
We'll leave it on that little teaser, little taste.
Yeah.
So, what's the name of the movie again, Joey?
Butcher the Bakers. It should be coming out probably like spring 2017.
All right, so you can look forward to that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not done yet. Telling
Too
stories.
late, cutting you out.
What?
You ain't gonna talk
I got
about
good ones.
jerking off
No,
in the
I got
homeless
good
shelter.
ones. I got good ones. Yeah, for River City Panic, I jerked off once in the homeless shelter. For
All right, I'm
Grace's
ending
Room,
it.
I talked out 5, and Butcher the
That's
Bakers
enough
twice.
jerking talk.
No, I got good ones. I got good stories.